Tell us why you'll be the better fighter that night.
Well, thank you for having me first off, and well, most importantly, I think that with this type of fight and this type of magnitude of a fight, I have everything and all the attributes to beat this guy. And what better way than to, at 23 years of age, become undisputed world champion. I mean, that has a great ring to it.
When boxing fans hear Teofimo Lopez, they think sensational knockouts, including your title-winning performance against Richard Comey, who was on a roll, very good fighter, and you just destroyed him with a sensational knockout early. You're doing backflips in the ring. You said some controversial things about opponents at times and gotten into some kind of hard feelings outside the ring. You really lit the boxing world on fire in your young career. In Lomachenko, you're fighting a guy who's #1 pound for pound on many, many lists. And Teo, when I look at Lomachenko at lightweight, because he's not a huge lightweight, in his two toughest fights at lightweight, where he was dropped against Linares and where he had some rough patches against Luke Campbell, very good fighters, they were long fighters who fight at a distance. You are a big lightweight compared to him, but you like to mix it up. It's not like you have the longest reach and like to box from outside. You like to fight. How do you see this as a matchup of styles?
Style-wise and everything, I know, they call them high tech. They do all those things like that, but I'm the type of fighter that I bring it to you. I bring the fight to you, and I look for the fight. And I feel like not only that, but I'm a big lightweight, like you said, Max. And this guy, man, he's better off at 130, 126, and I'm gonna make sure that come October 17, we're gonna bring him back down to 130.
Hey, man, I appreciate you being on the show. I had the pleasure of meeting you and your dad were in the studio, man. It's good to see you. Real proud of what I'm seeing from you. Let me ask you this. Yeah. Listening to all of this noise about Lomachenko, so many people rave about him being the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. I know you've got all the confidence in the world because you could put somebody to sleep with one blow. But what do you think about this guy's boxing skills? How do you feel about going against him purely from a boxing standpoint?
Like I said, he's a great fighter. He has all the accolades and everything, all the achievements that he's done. You know what I mean? And me being 15-0 with 12 knockouts, IBF lightweight world champion. This is for all or nothing. This guy, he's very talented, but so am I. The thing is, man, a lot of these fighters, they respect this man too much. I'm in the fight game, man. I don't respect no man once I'm in that ring, and that's what we're gonna do. Every fighter that I face, every fighter that I'm up against, I go out there and I get the job done.
But, and then fighting Lomachenko, who's ranked #1 pound for pound in the world. I have had experience being in there with world opposition, class guys, so, it just, all that does for me is grow my confidence, makes me believe in myself, because coming from my last performance, I know I can be so much better than that. And now this is my opportunity to go and prove it.
Him and his team are talking very confidently about this fight. What do you think they're getting wrong about you?
I don't really know. I've not really taken any notice to him and his team, to be honest. I don't really care if they're taking anything wrong about me or they don't. It's not gonna affect what's gonna go happen on the night.
You'll be fighting about a month after your old opponent, Vasily Lomachenko, faces Teofimo Lopez. What do you make of that fight? How do you see it going?
Yeah, I think it's a great fight. This is what should be happening. It's the fight. It's the best facing the best. And this is what boxing is. As for me, I've never ducked a fight. I want to face the best because I want to see what I'm made of. I want to see how far I can go. You know, and you got to beat the best to be the best, and you know that's what I want to do.
Who do you see winning that fight?
I see Lomachenko. The longer the fight goes on, I just feel like Lomachenko will come more and more stronger during the fight, and yeah. But Lopez is a great fighter. Got some great skills, but like I say, it's boxing. You never know.
Yeah, you face Lomachenko. If Lopez was to win this fight, is that inevitable matchup, you and him?
Oh yeah, I'd love that matchup, yeah. I mean, I'm good friends with him and his dad, but you know, it's boxing and it'd be a fantastic fight.
The pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. I gotta go with high-tech Lomachenko here. This will remind me of an old bull, young bull situation, which we see a lot in boxing. And it will remind me of Trinidad, either with David Reed or when he fought Fernando Vargas. Both of them, Trinidad won. One, he went the distance and beat down David Reed. And then the other one, he actually stopped and beat down and knocked out Fernando Vargas. It was too much too soon for young champions. I think that's exactly what would happen with Teofimo Lopez. He's a young, strong, hungry bull and a world champion, but he's dealing with a 3-division world champion, a 2-time gold medalist, a world champion since his 3rd pro fight. I mean, there's stages to this, Todd. I think it'll be too much for this young bull to bite off. And we know Lomachenko is more than just old bull mentality. He fights and has the brilliant moves of a matador. So you're dealing with an old bull with matador moves. Lomachenko's too much at this point, in my opinion.
Hey, 2 fights ago, Teofimo Lopez fought Masayoshi Nakatani. He didn't look great. He won by unanimous decision. He was supposed to fight Richard Comey next. And Tim Bradley, ESPN's own commentator, said there's no way in hell he's ready for Comey yet. But guess what? They threw him in there and he completely blitzed him. Looked like one of the greatest fighters in the history world. Underestimate this guy at your peril, Sergio.
I'm one of the guys that's going to underestimate him at my peril. Can he compete? Absolutely. He's a world champ. We know he's strong. We know he's gifted. He's a young Fernando Vargas type. But what happened to Vargas? He got moved too quick. He could have done a lot more in his career. Vargas was also very precocious, very gifted. He was one of these young, talented fighters that won a title, I believe, at 19 or 20, whatever it was. Teofimo Lopez, what's the rush? Is it the money? I mean, we're in a pandemic. Why not wait for this fight where there's going to be people in the stands, where they're going to promote it, where it's going to be a lot bigger of a fight? I think they're rushing him too fast. But credit to Lopez and credit to Top Rank for making this fight happen. I applaud them. That's for real.